holding on to favouritism at Burlington. Bertie 100 to 30 is Good Spirit, with 4 to 1 Don't Push It, and that's pretty strong. Out to 9 to 1 Buena Vista, and then nibbling a bit at this Tidal Fury, 20 to 1 into 100 to 6, 16 to 1 female.
Well, looking quickly on the exchanges, Farallon is drifting out towards My Way to Solzen again. I don't know what it is. He's certainly going to be a bit bigger than 7 to 2, Mac. But I've got a tidbit for you again in this Irish Independent Arkle Challenge Trophy. You want to be on the 5-year-olds. There's 5 of them for you to choose from in this race. Reason being, in the last 9 years, they've won 4 times. Look towards Farallon, both the Paul Nicholls runner, Good Spirit and Twist Magic, Tidal Fury and Jack the Giant.
Well, Arkle imminent. You wouldn't really fancy Philip Hobbs's next few minutes. He's got Farallon, followed, of course, by Detroit City, and that is some order of service for him this afternoon. That's the view from up on the William Hill blimp. It's a fantastic help to bringing this action into your front rooms.
Just watching these runners go to the start, Farallon bidding to prove that great things come in small packages here, because he went down alongside Another Promise and Jack the Giant, and he was completely dwarfed by those. Tomo's at the start. He's very small, this Farallon, Tomo, isn't he?
He is, and Simon, the very interesting point here is who's going to take him on. The Irish horse, Gemini Lucy, just told Eddie Lee, his horse takes quite a hold as well. We've also got Tidal Fury, who takes quite a hold as well. So we could have plenty of drama over the first 2 or 3 fences. It looks as if the pace is going to be very, very fast here. So could a horse come from behind? We'll soon find out. They're being called in.
And Farallon just needing a kick in the belly from Richard Johnson to move out. The eye catcher in the paddock was Farallon. Don't push it from up here in the commentary box on the way down. And they're coming into line. Gemini Lucy at the head of them again. They're racing towards the tape. Oh, you heard the starter. And this will take a bit of recalling them back. Lennon there, the anchor down. Paddy Brennan trying to bit of damage limitation. Doesn't want to get run away with, waste valuable energy. This is a championship race, and you've just got to save everything you can. Looks as though Another Promise is the one that's gone the furthest. This is the start, and it was another mess. The second full start in the 2 races already at this year's festival. Lennon and Tidal Fury both keen. Another Promise in the green and white jacket, also very keen to get on with things.
Eye catches here. Well, certainly Don't Push It is being well supported. It was a 9 to 2 and 4 to 1 chance this morning. Very weak is Buena Vista, and they're opposing My Way to Solzen and Farallon. Not too much support for that.
There's confirmation of the exchanges. Jack the Giant and Twist Magic. My Way to Solzen, Farallon. Both negatives on the exchanges here. And sometimes in these championship races, you just get the impression that some of the riders, some of the horses for that matter, they're trained to the minute. They want it almost too badly. There's a huge build-up to this meeting, and nerves get a bit frayed, don't they, Tomo?
Yeah, and also what is interesting here, they have what's called the flyaway start. Do you remember the old tapes that you go up like that? They only use them here and at the Aintree Festival for 3 races there. They use them for 22 of the 24 races here. And it's very difficult for Peter Haynes because they do go through. Here's Graham Lee, the last one back. They're putting a new tape across the course, and you can see that Irish horse, he's going to take quite a hold. So anything could happen, but they're just regrouping and being called in about 2 minutes' time.
Well, it's difficult for the starter because it's the second race of a 4-day fixture, but to us sitting up here, we thought that with 4 or 5 confirmed front runners, that maybe Peter Haynes should have let them go. But anyway, Lennon's come back, and to be fair, he hasn't got himself in too much of a stew. The problem is, you know, it's tiring for the jockeys. They're wasting energy, these horses, and the one thing you want, horses have got to set off. I don't care if they're front runners or whatever you do with them, Ted, horses have got to breathe, haven't they? Oh, yeah, and they got to have, if they're revved up, they won't breathe. They'll run on that first breath, that panic breath, and that's the killer.
And just watching that back, Did you think any of the jockeys were at fault there? It was just...
I just think that they've made a policy that they want the jockeys to walk in. And, you know, when there are 4 or 5 front runners and the trainer says you make sure you get him out the gate, you want to make sure that you get out of the gate. That's the thing. And if you just half miss the break, it's crucial. You might not think it because you've got 2 miles to go, but the difference between being in front going to the first on the front runner and being half a length behind is absolutely vital, believe me. Let's join Solzen.
Here we go again. Oh. I tell you, this bunch are going to go 100 miles per hour to the first fence here. And fortunately, the tape not broken this time. And he's let them go 1 or 2 shy at the tape, but they're off for this. The Irish independent Arkle towards the first. Gemini Lucy, Jack the Giant in the yellow jacket lifts off first ahead of Gemini Lucy and Lennon. And nearly down at the first was Vintage Treasure, a very bad mistake as they continue on towards the second. Jack the Giant, Gemini Lucy, Lennon over in third, then Fair Along in the black sleeves, followed by Don't Push It on the far side, on the right in the green and gold hoops. My Way to Solzen next. Away to the left, Buena Vista in the cheap pieces is racing keenly from Twist Magic, and then further back is Farzel with Tidal Fury held up today. Off the pace, Another Promise, and finally Vintage Treasure on towards fence number 3 with a circuit of the course in front of them. And Jack the Giant leads the way to Gemini Lucy. Jack the Giant by 2 or 3 lengths here, jumps it well. Gemini Lucy over in second, Lennon is third. Fair Along hasn't gone tanking off, has he? In 4th place at the moment under Richard Johnson, saving a bit, followed by Don't Push It and My Way to Solzen. They're followed by Buena Vista out wide of Tidal Fury, Good Spirit the inside of Twist Magic, Farzel further back, followed by Another Promise, and finally Vintage Treasure as they jump the 4th, at which Gemini Lucy jumped away to the right. Another Promise just slipped slightly a few strides after the fence, but now into the back straight, and it's Jack the Giant that leads. To Lennon in second place, Gemini Lucy, then Don't Push It and Fair Along together, followed by My Way to Solzen, a red with the white sleeves as they jump the first down the back. Out wide is Buena Vista, followed by Twist Magic as now they head on to the water jump. Good Spirit is further back, followed by Farzel, and here comes the water jump. Jack the Giant's going to pick off just ahead with a better jump from Gemini Lucy. Lennon landed slightly awkwardly in third. My Way to Solzen is 4th, and then behind these is Don't Push It, Fair Along in between runners. Buena Vista is next, then Tidal Fury and Twist Magic as they jump that open ditch. Further back was Good Spirit, Another Promise. Fair Along is in about 6th or 7th place at the moment, when one might have expected him to lead. They jump the next plain fence, they're safely over, and Lennon now taking on Jack the Giant, followed by Gemini Lucy. My Way to Solzen is sitting up with the pace in about 4th place on the outside of Don't Push It, then Fair Along the inner of Buena Vista. Tidal Fury moving up out wide of Twist Magic as they jump the plain fence at the top of the hill. Tidal Fury made a slight mistake there and now swinging left-handed. Jack the Giant and Lennon are 1 and 2. My Way to Solzen in 3rd place. They're about to make the run downhill now towards 3 out. Don't Push It on the inside in 4th, and they're followed by Twist Magic. Fair Along's got a lot to do, followed by Buena Vista. Tidal Fury, Another Promise, making some late progress, but down towards 3 out it's Jack the Giant. Mick Fitzgerald going well again, just as he was on Amerito Rose in the first race. Lennon out wide. My Way to Solzen goes second there. Don't Push It, then Twist Magic. Lennon backpedaling. Fair Along is trying to run on now in 5th place as they head down towards the second last, and it's Jack the Giant on the right. On the left is My Way to Solzen. Twist Magic out wide the blue sleeves as they land down. Don't Push It and Twist Magic are down. Fair Along slightly hampered when 5th as they now run for the final turn. Jack the Giant is challenged by last year's World Hurdle winner My Way to Solzen, who looks as though he might win again at the festival. Heading towards the final fence, My Way to Solzen by 3 lengths to Jack the Giant. A gap to Farzel and Fair Along at the last. Great jump by My Way to Solzen. Boy, what a beautiful jump. And now he's clearing away. He's 8 lengths clear, 10 lengths clear. Fair Along is running on in 2nd place. My Way to Solzen, the gap down to about 6. Fair Along runs on, but My Way to Solzen wins again at Cheltenham. Lands the Arkle this time. In 2nd, Fair Along. Jack the Giant, a great run in 3rd, followed by Farzel. Then Another Promise. Buena Vista surrounded by a couple of loose horses who look okay. Then Lennon, Good Spirit, Tidal Fury, and Gemini Lucy. The drama unfolding there at the second last. The riders are all right. The rider of Don't Push It, Tony McCoy, and Twist Magic's rider, Ruby Walsh. This was the incident. Both horses in with a chance here. It's a tricky fence. Twist Magic on the far side, landing too steep. Don't Push It couldn't find the undercarriage. Fair Along slightly hampered by the falling Don't Push It, and was running on at the finish. May have cost him a few lengths. The winner, My Way to Solzen, made a slight mistake. Nasty falls, but both jockeys fortunately thrown clear. There's Fair Along, amazingly avoiding Don't Push It, but certainly knocked out of his stride for just for a few seconds. It's gone to Robert Thornton on last year's Ladbrokes World Hurdle winner, My Way to Solzen, a horse whose jumping has been deeply impressive this season. It was just a question which race he was going to run in at the festival. He could have gone for the Ryanair Chase. He could have gone for the Royal and Sun Alliance Chase. Alan King, his trainer, agonised. The going was soft. He made the right decision. And there, Ruby Walsh and Tony McCoy, old mates, great rivals, returning absolutely fine after their falls. And they'll be hoping for better in our next race.